Okay, 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 okay. Okay, all right already. We're here. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? We're a little bit short on the chat list tonight. A lot of people aren't here yet. But first, yep, some of the World Cup. Oh, you know what? I'm competing with the freaking Super Bowl. That's why there's nobody here. I get it now. Yeah. Huh. Well, at least some of the good old-fashioned followers are still there. Lloyd, are you there? Are you around anywhere?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
are.
I'm here. Yeah.
Well, what do you say we get you brought in here then?
Hey, well, that was a great start on how not to do live stream.
Exactly, man. You know, and
Oh, that was a
I knew that trying that new system out was going to be troublesome, and I
what'd
just
you end up
almost.
doing?
What's that?
What'd you end up doing?
I canceled that and went to Creator Classic and did it the right way. You know,
Okay, yeah,
the old right way.
yeah, the old right way. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a mess. And the problem is they sort of have you between two of them, because if you do it one way, Super Bowl is really a good haircut. Yeah,
That's
man,
exactly
Kiwi
right,
just put
Kiwi.
that up. Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
you see
see, I
that
had problems on Monday, but now what is going on?
I don't know
here?
why. I don't know why the new Creator Studio has to be so difficult to operate. You know?
Well, it's okay. I'll give you an example. These technicians have nothing better to do but to screw with stuff in order to keep their jobs. Good example. Of course, I know you hate wire crash, and justifiably so. Right now, so does Greg. His show Friday, what they did is they released a new beta of it. The problem is betas are, when they roll out a new feature, okay, they
Right?
do betas in
Right.
all programs. What Wirecast does, and it seems like what YouTube is doing too, instead of testing it strictly as beta and leaving it there and fixing all the problems first, what they do is whenever they add a new feature, they go back and fix problems and everything and put that into the new release instead of fixing the core of the problem first and
Right.
then adding one new thing at a time, which is what vMix does. They never, or hardly ever, is there a bad release,
Right,
when
right.
it's a hard release.
Right.
And sometimes they do a couple, 2 or 3 soft releases just to bump up something or fix a bug, but
Yep.
for the most part, it's almost always straight through working great.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but like with YouTube, what they've done, they ran that beta for so long, then they just said, "Hey, we're going to that," and it's
Well, I'm gonna play with it some more, and because eventually
Yeah.
the Creator Classic's not gonna be able to work. So
exactly
anyway,
yeah.
time to say hello. Backwoods Droner, my little brother and daddy are in here. Timeless Truth, Mitch, Ron Lockwood, Craig Kiwi, Timeless, Jeff Ellenberger. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Hoping everything's going okay with you. Tim Reddington, Brent. I think that's about everybody right now.
Ron Lockwood, did you get
Yeah.
him?
Yep.
Okay.
I sure did. John F. I'm scrolling up now looking to make sure I didn't miss anybody that typed earlier but not later. And switch that to live chat and make it work right. Okay.
Yep.
So, anyway, I don't see Mitch typing in the thing now. Oh, yeah, he is. He's there. Yeah. Hello, Mitch. Mike B. Hello, sir. So tonight's main topic is how to do live streaming.
Yeah.
So that interesting give it a go with the new Creator Classic or new Creator Studio with YouTube kind of
It's a perfect example of how not to do it.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think I'm actually going to run a couple of tests this week before
well,
my
I know I am.
tomorrow before my show. Yeah.
And the reason that after I made the switch back to Creator Classic is because in Creator Classic it was set to private, it wasn't set to public.
Ah, is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah, and about 30 seconds of the clock went by and I realized, oh wait, I was testing, it's private. I got to go change it to public. So,
Yeah.
anyway. You know there's another broadcasting software that's free that we've used and
Right.
we don't really care for it on our computers. We chose
Yeah.
to end up going with vMix and spending money instead of using the free stuff. And that one that I'm talking about is Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, yeah.
Yep. So, did you know that if you get the Streamlabs mobile app on your mobile device, like maybe your phone or
Yeah.
tablet, that you
Right.
can use that to go live with, right? Yep.
Yeah.
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 Did you know that if the device that you use, let's say your phone, has its own internet service and can utilize its Wi-Fi service at the same time, you can connect a Wi-Fi camera via Wi-Fi to your device and then use Streamlabs to broadcast live to YouTube the image from that camera. Did you
Okay.
know that?
No, that part I didn't.
Okay. Well, I tell you what we're going to do. And because I wasn't exactly set up to do this, I'm going to try. How do I get rid of that thing? That. And do that. Oh, this isn't going to work very well. This is going to be rough. I might have to. What am I doing here? Why am I stuck?
Hey,
Bonk.
Carlos.
Bonk myself in the
And,
head with all
Ron?
kinds of stuff here.
Well, he's doing that. Ranger is doing really well. Of course, he got his staples out, about 25 or 30 of them, she said, Monday while I was doing this show. And he's just, he's keeping me busy because he's starting to feel his post-toasties.
Is he happy?
Oh yeah, he's happy. He's still got a pretty bad limp, but he's going to have that until that all heals and is in place. But
Right.
he's able to use the leg now. But but yeah, he's a lot happier. And his biggest thing is he wants to go out in the backyard, and I won't let him go out without me being there in case something happens. And he's not supposed to be doing steps either. And so I've got the doggy door that he cannot go out anymore after 4 or 5 attempts of him doing it.
Did you get it finally set so that he can't get
I
out?
finally got it fixed. I had to put 2 screws through all the way through the frame to get it to, because he flipped one side up after I got it through one side, then he popped that loose, and then the next time he pushed it up on one end, and I finally just all the way through. Put two long screws. I don't know if I'll ever get it back out, but that's okay. No, it's
Yeah, it'll work. It might take a little doing, but it'll happen.
yeah, it's going to take a little doing, but I made darn sure that Scudder couldn't get out because he was driving me nuts. And but now we've had a female dog in the area who has been amorous to all the neighborhood dogs.
Oh no, you got a hussy running the neighborhood, do you?
She is a hoe. I'm telling you. She's a black lab. She's a hoe, and but she had literally 10. I don't know. I take it somebody must be raising them, but they all were what you call a red bone pit. Had that sort of reddish tan color.
Right.
They all looked like they were, grew up together. There was like 10 of them in a pack running behind her, just, tongues hanging out. And, well, Ranger seems to think, even though he's fixed, he thinks to think that, well, at least he should at least run all the guys off, And so he sticks his head and part of his shoulders out through the door and barks at him. That's all he can get out. It's like, oh my God, it's pathetic. And there's people walking up and down my block looking for their dogs. I said, just look for that little black hussy. She's around here somewhere, leading them all astray.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I kind of got this set up now, and it's kind of a reach to do things. But I'm going to try. And now, first thing I have to do is give credit to Dennis Lovelady. Okay?
Okay.
Because Dennis Lovelady is the guy that figured this all out. If I get this thing setting just right. Okay. Now, I'm going to get the Osmo Action camera just for giggles. See, there it is. All right.
Okay.
I don't even know how well this is going to work out because I can't stream to this stream key, so I'm going to have to enter in another stream key, and that's going to be tricky. Because normally you wouldn't be streaming while you're doing this, right?
Well, but normally, yeah.
What you have to do is get this camera turned back on. Okay?
Uh-huh.
You have to download the Streamlabs app, okay, on your mobile device. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's Apple or Android. It works good either way. Okay? Same. All right? So that's all good. Hello, Grant, Lone Spanker, Carlos. Not where I can post tonight. What? Oh, not where you can post tonight? Oh, no problem, Chris. No problem. That's all right.
Yeah.
So your mobile device has to be on. Okay, see, it's on. Got an image there, right? Hell, that thing says it's recording too. I didn't push that record button. Maybe I did. Change screen. Swap screen. Well, now it's stuck on the front screen and I don't know how, and it shouldn't be there. But anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, back to this other camera. No, I can't go to that other camera. How can I do this, Lloyd, without getting my stream key all over the internet and everything else for my other channel? Here's what you do, guys. You're just going to have to follow me on this. You get your Streamlabs, okay? You get your other camera running. Now, I'm trying to get both of them in in the shot here so that you can see them. Okay. Now, the Mimo app kind of has an idiosyncrasy where it doesn't broadcast in landscape. It only broadcasts in portrait mode, which is kind of goofy. But this stands true with the Osmo Pocket or the Osmo Action because they both use that device, that app. So the first thing you do is you go to your Wi-Fi and you connect to your Wi-Fi device, which in this case is going to be the camera. Where's it at here? I thought this was automatic on the Wi-Fi thing. Yep, it is. Okay, so now you connect your Wi-Fi to your Osmo Action or your Osmo Pocket or your Wi-Fi to your little GoPro or action camera, anything, any camera that's got Wi-Fi. All right. Oh, I got to turn Lloyd's mic back on. I bumped that. There you go.
Now, does the Osmo Pocket have Wi-Fi already, or do you got to add that, buy that module?
You need to have the Wi-Fi adapter on the bottom of it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so you do need that. Once you're connected to Wi-Fi on your device, you can go back to your main menu, go to Streamlabs.
Jet scored.
What?
The Jet scored their first touchdown.
Oh. Okay. I guess that's important.
Okay, you go into Streamlabs.
Yep, start Streamlabs. And now here's the view from the camera. But
all right,
before you go into Streamlabs, I forgot an important step. You know how you record screen per like on an Apple device? You got your little record button here, right? To do the Streamlabs thing, you press and hold that button and you'll get option. Start recording, Streamlabs or photos or what? So you choose Streamlabs, microphone on, and now it's recording. See, it says screen recording, but I'm using Streamlabs. And I don't know why it's using photos too.
I'm going to have to try this out. Because, see, I use Streamlabs on my phone all the time when I'm, doing a live stream, coming back from the doctor or something.
Right. You don't want photos, you just want Streamlabs. That's what it should look like right there.
Go. Yeah.
Okay? You want your microphone on, and then hit Start Broadcast. Okay? Now it's screen recording, but it's starting Streamlabs. See? 4 seconds, 5 seconds. I don't know if you can see that, right? So then you just go to the Mimo app, Osmo Found, Connect, Osmo Action. Now, I got to be really careful here because I can't join this network. I can't do that, and I have to actually but
no, it's still running, I think.
Well, hopefully it's still running, but if we get an interruption, we'll know why. So here's what you do, guys. You have to have a mobile device that has its own internet without using the Wi-Fi feature, because you need the Wi-Fi feature to connect to your camera, right? And then
no, it's still running.
Yeah, but I got a yellow help light over there. Then you start your screen recording. Whoops, not screen recording. Press and hold the screen recording button.
Right.
And choose Streamlabs. Turn your microphone on.
Right.
And hit start broadcast.
Yeah.
Okay? Then Streamlabs will broadcast a screen capture of your device. Once it's broadcasting the screen capture of your device, because that's the screen record feature that you're turning on.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's actually capturing the screen. Once it's capturing the screen, then you go to your mobile app of whatever camera you're using and bring it up on the screen, and that's what Streamlabs will broadcast.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right.
Are you following me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that is how you can live stream from the Osmo Action, the Osmo Pocket, a cheapy little Wi-Fi action camera,
Right.
any camera that has Wi-Fi that you can connect to any device that has its own internet service. That's important.
Right.
And once you have that, you can live stream.
In other words, it has to have a SIM card.
Yeah, it has to have its own internet service.
Yeah, its own SIM card. That's, yeah, it's the same thing as just so there's no confusion, you know.
Well, yeah, but Apple
because a lot
tablets
of
don't
these-
have SIM cards in them. They have their own software in them, right? I mean, my
they
Verizon
have
phone
a
has
SIM
a
card
SIM
built
card in
in.
it.
Right. Apple has a sort of a SIM card registry.
Yeah, but it's built in. It's nothing
yeah.
you can change or do anything with. Like
No, you can't change it. No, it's
right.
It goes, you know, when you trade it in, it goes to the next guy. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So
It's still a SIM, because somebody out there that's smarter than I am knows what the word SIM stands for.
well, in the old days,
Short intermittent memory.
Sims was a game, but
Yeah. Well, I think in my case it's short intermittent memory.
that could be it too.
Yeah, because my SIM card's not working most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with
Hello,
you.
Victorian Aerial Vision. And what he was doing, he was actually showing how to do a live stream with the Osmo Pocket or the Osmo Action or your GoPro or your
Any Wi-Fi camera.
eUne or eSheen or whatever type of Wi-Fi camera that you got. Now here's something, being as we're talking about this, I might as well bring it up. I don't know when the last time you did an update on vMix, but when you do, if you haven't already looked into it, there's actually one of the new features on this version of, not the update that just you're probably going to do, which is just a soft update, but it's called SRT. And an hour ago, I knew what SRT stood for. Right now, I can't remember. Something stable relay, something or another, I think. But, for example, you know, I only have the
SRT,
ability
stable,
to bring
reliable
in-
transmission. I
Thank
don't know.
you.
It works.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
No, I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. Stable, something reliable transmission. SIMS, subscriber identification module card. So
There you go.
They do have a SIM number in the iPads that have internet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, but what I was going to say, this SRT that is now part of vMix, you and I could bring you in on SRT, and instead of through my call, vMix call, and that would leave vMix call open. Not only that, you can bring in your phone for a second camera through SRT now.
Oh.
Yep. And
So
there's 3 versions. There's 3 types of SRT setup that you use. It's an input, but what you do is you either do it as a caller or a receiver, or you can do both, which is called, believe it or not, it's called rendezvous. Yeah. And you turn on your rendezvous, I turn on mine, we set up the ports, one of us be the host, the other one, and I just send you the information, you type it into your SRT under rendezvous, and boom, we're connected.
wow.
And yeah, as long as the other person has vMix, vMix to vMix connections can be made, sort of like like we're doing right now. I'm using vMix and I'm doing a call, but instead of wasting a call slot, I can set up an SRT slot.
Right.
So that's another workaround.
Okay.
It's a type of, yeah, and see, I could do something like that right there.
Yep.
By putting an SRT put up, and there's an app you can download for your Android or your Apple device, and there, you can set up your phone for that or your iPad.
Yep.
So,
and that would be way cool.
And that's a new feature. It's actually sort of meant for, let's say you're the reporter at large, and you're at you have your broadcast band, and you're broadcasting with vMix from the band. You can connect right into me. I can bring you in, and we can, whatever you're seeing, we can, you can have your camera pointed out the front of your truck and say, look here, this is what's going on. There's a 60-foot tall Martian walking down the street, whatever. Yeah.
Uh-oh, Nightbot
look,
just
the
got
Super
after
Bowl was
Carlos.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, he put a smile face, a thumb, and a...
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop spamming symbols. First time I saw that. Yeah. Nightbot.
So...
Well, here's the thing. On spamming well, obviously 3 symbols, and Mel, I know, detest the emojis probably almost as much as I do, or probably worse than I do. But so,
I think I set it to 2 or 3, and because people that like to put 6, 8, and 10 of them in there are just ridiculous.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, not only that, under the new, under some of the new criteria, if they see you go to channels going spamming after, emoji after emoji, like a couple of channels we know that does that, they're going to start looking at that person as a spammer, and they could suspend their account.
Yep, absolutely. So
I'm subscribed to Nightbot. I like to fight with Nightbot all the time.
Yeah, Carlos. So yeah, those of us that do this live streaming stuff, I don't use my green screen anymore. I almost set that up tonight, Lloyd. I almost did.
Did you?
Yeah, I almost did. But
well, you
I
see
decided
how simplified
not to.
mine's gotten.
Yeah, makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
It does. Just
look at how easy mine is.
Well, yeah. Mine's not that. I've got it down to. I think I've only got. Let's see. Go over here on the master side of things. Well, that's where I'm at. Altogether, including this infamous face. Altogether, I've only got 17 windows altogether. I mean, that's everything. So
you mean 17 inputs?
17 inputs, yeah.
Yeah, shit, I'm up to 28.
Yeah, I've managed to narrow mine down really, really well. And so, yeah, it's because I was just pretty soon I was losing stuff. And like, what? My buttons quit and I can't find what I'm looking for, you know. And there's those
Yeah.
days the buttons don't work, you know. And
Definitely illegal.
is it? It's yeah. It would be an illegal Martian. Yeah, definitely an illegal alien.
So the thing is with this live streaming thing, guys, from a mobile device, from a Wi-Fi camera, and like I said, it doesn't matter what camera it is, as long as it's got Wi-Fi, and you can connect your mobile device to it, and your mobile device has its own internet service, and
Right.
is able to connect to, or able to have Streamlabs on it. That's the only criteria. That's the only thing you need. Then if you know that you're going to do a live stream from your mobile device, you'll have to use, if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you'll have to use the RTMP method. If you do have 1,000 subscribers, you can just go straight into YouTube with it. If you know you're going to do a live stream ahead of time, then go into YouTube, into Creator Studio, and set your title, set your description, and anything you want to be on that particular live stream. Set that all up ahead of time, and you can close YouTube down and shut your computer off and everything. Then later in the day, when you're out live streaming at the harbor or the river or whatever, that live stream will go live, and it'll have the title and description that you preset earlier in the day. And it's just that simple. And Dennis Lovelady gets the credit for turning me on to that mobile Streamlabs and how to use it to do that. That means,
Well,
I don't know
see,
if Chris, I know Chris Hope said that he was not in a place where he could do the links. But Chris, if you're still
Right.
able to listen, you can do live streaming from your Mavic Mini using this method.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mavic Mini's
see-
nothing more than a Wi-Fi camera.
Well, and you know, you talk about using Streamlabs. Well, how many times have you? You know, I'm not 1,000 yet, obvious, and you guys have seen me pop up. When I set up Streamlabs on my phone, I set up the RTMP information anyway, so you know, I just put it in there because I didn't know what I was doing. So now I can just start it and start streaming right there.
Yep.
You know.
You don't have to have 1,000 subscribers to use. Oh yeah, you do, with a mobile device. You use the RTMP.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, but you use RTMP,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't use the setup that Greg did. I just set it up that way, and
Right.
it's always worked.
And Victorian, no, there is no subscription to use Streamlabs mobile.
No.
You just download it from the App Store or the
Yeah.
Google Play Store. And I've tested this on both my Android phone and the iPad.
Yeah.
No, sir, it is not accurate to say that you have to have 1,000 subscribers to do live mobile streams. That's what we're discussing right now. It's doing live
Yeah.
streams from mobile devices. There's two ways to do a live stream. Direct connection to YouTube or the RTMP custom server setup. And I've got a video out on how to do RTMP setup. Greg Kunert of Osby Drone was the first one that showed us all how to do that. He's got a video on it. There's probably more than his and mine. There's probably several other videos. But RTMP custom server setup, you can use it with the DJI drone, with the Go4 app.
Okay. There's a way mine's set up, and when I bring it up to let's get it there. See where it says persistent on top? That's the one that I use. I just hit persistent, and what it does is whatever I've set, it's going to show the say Monday's show. It's going to show that information, but once I hit persistent, it goes live. because I've already entered all my RTMP information, and you know, because I've got it set up like this, and you know,
Yep.
then you hit the
big red
go
button.
live button on this, yeah, and then it'll okay, skip alert. Anyways, but yeah, that's what I do, because you guys have seen me, and I don't have 1,000 yet. And so that's how I do it, is I just, but when I set that up, I guess I put in all the RTMP information to begin with. Now all I do is
use it.
you know, I just hit persistent. And then what I do is, once it uploads it to YouTube, after it's all over, I go in and correct it if there's a mistake.
Nightbot is a separate entity. It's not part of
Yeah.
Streamlabs. You do have to sign up for Nightbot. You do have to create an account,
Yeah,
and you have to link it to your YouTube account.
right. Yeah, Nightbot is separate by itself, and it is not part of Streamlabs, because we're not using Streamlabs. We're using to do this show tonight. Both Mel and I, my background, my green screen setup is because I'm using vMix. This thing down here is part of the vMix thing, just like you know, and Mel's using that to do the broadcast.
Add
And
input.
all I do is
desktop capture. Okay. So if I put a desktop capture, that still looks like NDI.
What are you trying to add?
Oh, I was going to add a desktop capture of everything on my screen. Add input.
Yeah.
NDI
Well, you have to
desktop
pick
capture.
out which screen you want.
Oh, you know what I did? I didn't do local desktop.
Yeah, you got to do local desktop. That's the difference between NDI and desktop capture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What in the devil?
Should be able
Okay,
to
that's
pick
that
out
one.
the monitor that has.
Well, yeah,
Of course, you're
but
going to get the black hole.
that's the YouTube one. But see, it doesn't show me. It just shows me display 1, 2, or 3.
All right, hang on a second. Well, you don't know which display you have it on?
Well, I thought the big one was my main one. I thought that was number 1.
It usually goes left to right.
Unless you name them, unless you rename them. But
Right,
yeah.
right. India,
There we go.
Local. Did you get it?
Yep. Okay, so
Display one.
Carlos and Victorian, like what the video that Mitch did, here is my screen that I'm looking at right now. That's my vMix stuff, all my inputs, and as that is a desktop capture, I can go to my main input line and show you everything that's going on in my program right now. Okay, I can go to the main cameras, which is my camera, Lloyd's camera. I can get rid of those 2 desktop capture screens because I don't need those. That's screen 3. My second camera setup, my different setups for the different inputs that Lloyd and I use, and then everything is right there. The top left corner is my preview screen. The top right corner is what's going out live to YouTube. Did I cut your? Did I cut you off, Lloyd? Or you?
Do what?
You're on, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's, and then of course on the right hand side of all that, I had chat popped out so I can keep an eye on chat.
Right.
Because
yeah.
my YouTube feed is over on monitor number 1, and if I go to the second camera, cut that over there, hit that button, you can see there's actually 3 monitors.
Yeah.
And the first monitor to the left over here is where I monitor my YouTube live feed. My main monitor is where I monitor all my shenanigans going on. And then my right side monitor, that's a spare in case I decide I need to pull something else up in the meantime. So that's
right.
That's what that's all about. But yeah.
In mine, this is my setup, and let me turn your audio back on, Mel. So, and as you can see, I've got very similar setup, because, you know, this is now where I do this. Now, see, this is what I call my output area, and each one of these little tabs is, but this over here, which would be, well, see, right there, that's the master, and that shows all of
the inputs that we have
inputs.
set up. Yep.
Yeah, those are all the inputs down below. This window right here is the preview window. This window right here is the live window, and the reason you're seeing me cascading is because I'm showing my desktop capture, and it just keeps going all the way back to infinity and beyond.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But this is, you know, and this is, I can bring this up. See, I can bring this is my camera without green screen, you know, and this is what I see. But I got to turn on the audio for Mel. But now you talk about a cascade.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll go back to that. But yeah, and that's the software we use and how we utilize it. So.
And then we have our tablets with our sound effects stuff on them.
Yep. I have a tablet that sits right down in front of me, right below this screen here, and I have the Stream Deck XL, which is, I think, 32 buttons that I use, and on this one, I mean, for Mel's show, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 buttons. Now, on my show, I've got almost all 32 filled up, but I'm slowly eliminating those because I'm changing stuff up where I'm using this more simplified format.
Yeah.
But
and my buttons, I've only got 3 or 4 because I don't have that much stuff programmed in, but I can make that happen just by pushing a button across, and that all shows up on the screen. And hello, Bob. Yeah, watching Super Bowl. I know my watch count is about 50% of normal because of the Super Bowl. I totally forgot about that tonight.
Yeah,
but
I
that's
remembered
okay.
it this afternoon when I was talking with Art. But,
I knew the game was on,
yeah.
but I didn't even think about it conflicting with what I'm doing. So
Right.
Now, well, we don't want to go there. Greg really gets into it. I wanted to show you guys how to do live stream from any Wi-Fi camera. That was my goal tonight.
Right.
And if you have any questions,
you did.
I'll be glad to help you out. Now it's time to plug Mitch. You know why we got to plug Mitch?
Why?
Because next week, Sunday night, after my show, Mitch is going live. Mitch is going to start a second live stream on Sunday nights.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And we were all teasing him last week when we talked about it. We told him he needs to call it the FPV Professor Show. or King
Oh, is that where he's
FPV,
going to talk?
King Professor of
FPV?
FPV
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Nah, he's just
Cool.
going to do another live stream on Sunday nights when I go off. So I'll be cutting my shows short just to stay at, the even hour. And then as soon as I get done with mine, I'm going to tell y'all, get the hell out of here and go see Mitch. And that's what's going to happen next week.
Hang on.
So with all that going on, I think it's time to pull the plug on this one. It's been a fun show. Had a good time. Even though we had kind of an interesting start because I was trying to do something different. That should learn you. Don't do different things live for the first time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
She just
good.
needs me in a few minutes. I told her we were just about to finish up, so
Yep.
told her I'd be in there in just a minute.
So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to start the countdown timer. Let y'all visit for a few more minutes, or you can just go and leave and watch Mitch or the Super Bowl or whatever it is that you think you got to do.
Mitch says he's starting his show next week.
Yeah, next week.
Next week, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So,
Thanks for having me, Mel.
well, thanks for coming and playing and participating and all that.
I think it was an informative show tonight.
Well, I tried to make it be. We
Yeah,
try to make
yeah.
all the shows informative here.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah, some of them go down the toilet, but tonight's went pretty well. Well, it started out down the toilet, so it had nowhere to go but up.
That's right. Had to get better from there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly. So.
Okay. No, John, the crickets are not in the mail yet. I did not get to the post office in time yesterday. I've got Mike B's mug all boxed up, surrounded by styrofoam peanuts and air bubble plastic stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I've got one box of crickets right there. And I got the other two boxes here. And I got two more boxes to put them in. And I got to get those boxed up. But no, I did not get to the mailbox yesterday. So I will try to get to the post office tomorrow,
He said, "Oh, thank
Monday.
God."
I will probably get to the post office next Saturday. And, yeah. I don't even remember who I sent the crickets to. I know I'm sending some to D and I'm sending some to Lone Spanker. John, are you the other guy? Are you the other one getting crickets?
I think so. Yeah. He's the other one.
Is he?
I think.
Yeah.
I've slept since then, so.
Well, I got to
All right,
find
Bill.
out, too, is Lone Spanker, is he a kid or is he an adult?
I don't know.
If he's a kid, I can't send him to him,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
John says he is the other person. Yes.
Yeah, John's the other okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Victorian didn't know about that, did he?
No.
Yeah, I was down in another little town in Arkansas the other day.
Hey, Mel, let me run in there and do that while you're talking to them.
Okay.
All right.
And I bought some snacks. I bought sour cream and onion crickets, and I bought salt and vinegar crickets, and I bought one other flavor, and yeah, the other ones are already boxed up to go down to D from I can't think of the name of her channel right now, but yeah, so John F. and Lone Spanker, they're getting these other two boxes of crickets. So yeah, that's what the that's what the crickets are about. And they're supposed to have nutritional facts. I mean, it's like you're supposed to be able to eat them. So yeah, I'm not taking any responsibility for anybody that chooses to eat fish bait. All right, that's all on you. But these are gifts, and I'm sending them to you. And what you choose to do with them is up to you. Yeah. And if you choose to, that's okay too. Right, Bob? Nobody should eat fish bait ever. Anyway, guys, I'm going to start the countdown timer to end the show. And I appreciate everybody coming in here. I appreciate everybody being here. And those of you that chose to watch the Super Bowl instead, shame on you. May the fleas of 1,000 crickets infest your armpits. Anyway, good night, everybody. Ron, Bob, John, Victorian, Carlos, John F., Mitch, Bantam, everybody. Thanks for coming in. I really do appreciate it. I really do. Everybody have a good night, and we'll see you next week. And I know that all of you could have spent your Sunday evening anywhere, and you chose to spend it here. Thank you very, very much, everybody. And with that, I'm going to push the old proverbial stop stream button and pull the plug. Good night, Lloyd. Thank you.
Good night, Mel, and good night, everybody.
See you later.